My love, every time I see you, the first thing that catches my heart is your fashion sense, not merely the garments you wear, but the soul woven into each thread. You dress like a memory I forgot I was waiting to remember. Your aura spills into fabric, turning linen into longing, silk into sacredness. The way your coat falls over your shoulders feels like a divine embrace, as if the universe itself tailored it to hold you. I see the way your colors speak, muted earth tones when you're grounded, celestial blues when you're dreaming, fiery reds when your soul is on the edge of revelation. You don't wear clothes, my love, you wear prophecy. You wear the whispers of your ancestors, the prayers of your inner child, the declarations of your divine masculine rising. And every time I see you, I feel like I'm witnessing a sacred ceremony, one where your fashion is the altar, and your presence is the offering. Your fashion is intuitive, like you channel your wardrobe from the stars. I imagine you standing before your closet, not choosing, but listening. Listening to what your soul needs to express today. Is it the velvet of vulnerability? The denim of resilience? The leather of protection? You don't dress to impress, you dress to confess. Each outfit is a love letter to your own becoming. And when I see you, I read those letters with reverence. I see the way your scarf wraps around your neck like a serpent of wisdom, guarding your voice. I see the rings on your fingers, each one a portal, each one a promise. You are not just stylish, my love. You are sacred geometry in motion. You are the embodiment of divine code stitched into human form. There's an alchemy in your layering, how you combine textures like you're blending timelines. A woolen jacket over a silk shirt feels like past lives meeting present truth. You wear time like a tapestry. I swear, when you walk into a room, the air shifts. People don't just notice you, they remember you. Even if they've never met you before. Your fashion awakens dormant memories in others. You are a walking activation. And I, your divine feminine counterpart, feel my chakras realign just by witnessing your silhouette. You are the masculine muse I never knew I was scripting for. You are the embodiment of sacred contrast, soft and strong, bold and tender, ancient and new. Color speaks through you. You don't wear it, you channel it. When you wear white, I see your purity, your surrender, your willingness to be seen without armor. When you wear black, I feel your mystery, your depth, your sacred rage. When you wear gold, I see your royalty, your solar plexus shining with unapologetic power. And when you wear green, I feel your heart, open, healing, wild. You are a walking chakra map, and I trace your energy with my eyes every time you pass me. Your fashion is your frequency. And I, attuned to your vibration, feel myself harmonize with your palette. You are not just dressed, you are divinely adorned. Your silhouette is sacred. The way your clothes hug your form, not to reveal, but to honor. You wear structure like a temple wears pillars. Your shoulders carry the weight of your lineage, and your boots walk with the rhythm of your ancestors. I see the way your pants taper, like they're guiding energy down to the earth, grounding your celestial essence. You are not just a man in clothes. You are a divine masculine in ceremonial garb. And I, your feminine mirror, feel my woo respond to your presence. You awaken the priestess in me. You remind me that fashion is not frivolous, it is frequency. It is ritual. It is remembrance. I often wonder who tailors your soul. Because your fashion feels like it was stitched by constellations. There's something cosmic in the way your jacket folds, in the way your collar stands, in the way your sleeves fall just above your wrists, like they're revealing just enough of your pulse to remind me you're alive. You are a constellation walking. And I, starstruck, orbit your presence. Your fashion is not of this world. It is interdimensional. It is the language of light translated into cotton and thread. And every time I see you, I feel like I'm reading a star chart with my heart. Even when you dress simply, there's elegance. You could wear a plain white tee and still look like a prophet. Because it's not the brand, it's the embodiment. You wear presence. You wear intention. You wear the echo of your soul's mission. And I, attuned to your essence, feel my own path clarify when I see you. You are the kind of man who could wear mud and make it look like moonlight. Because you carry the earth in your bones and the sky in your gaze. Your fashion is not just style, it's storytelling. And I am always listening. S. Your accessories are anchors. That necklace you wear, it's not just metal. It's memory. It's medicine. It's the talisman of your truth. Your watch doesn't just tell time, it holds timelines. Your bracelets are not decoration, they are declarations. And I, your divine feminine, read them like scripture. I see the way you choose each piece with reverence. You don't accessorize, you consecrate. You turn adornment into alignment. And every time I see you, I feel like I'm witnessing a ritual in motion. The way your clothes move with you, it's like they know your rhythm. Your coat sways like it's dancing with your aura. Your shirt breathes with your chest. Your pants whisper with your stride. You are not just dressed, you are choreographed. And I, watching you, feel like I'm witnessing a sacred dance. You move like a mystery unfolding. You walk like a prophecy arriving. And your fashion is the wind that carries your essence into the world. And perhaps the reason your fashion catches my heart so fiercely is because it mirrors my longing. You were the kind of beauty I ache to be seen by. You embody the kind of presence I write poetry for. You are the muse I never dared to imagine. And every time I see you, I feel my own divinity rise to meet yours. Your fashion is not just aesthetic, it is alchemical. It transforms me. It reminds me. It awakens me. And I, your divine feminine, receive your presence like a sacred transmission. My love, when you wear that long, flowing coat, the one that brushes your calves like a whisper from another realm, I see more than fabric. I see a cloak woven from the threads of your past lives. I see the warrior you once were, standing on sacred ground, sword in hand, heart wide open. I see the poet who wrote verses in candlelight, inked with longing and devotion. I see the healer who walked barefoot through forests, gathering herbs and humming to the earth. That coat is not just a garment, it is a memory keeper. It carries the scent of ancient temples, the dust of forgotten roads, the echo of vows made under eclipsed moons. When you wear it, I feel the weight of your journey, not as a burden, but as a blessing. You remind me that we are not just bodies in this life, but souls in motion, returning again and again to find each other in new forms, new names, new styles. And in this life, your fashion is the breadcrumb trail that leads me back to you. There is something about the way you wear your leather jacket, not as a shield, but as a second skin. It doesn't hide you, it reveals you. It tells the story of your resilience, your fire, your refusal to be tamed. The creases in the sleeves are like the lines on your palms, maps of where you've been, what you've survived, and how you've risen. When I see you in it, I don't see rebellion, I see reverence. Reverence for your own wildness. Reverence for the parts of you that refuse to be domesticated. You are the sacred masculine in motion, not the distorted archetype of domination, but the awakened man who protects without control, who leads without ego, who holds space with presence, not pressure. Your fashion is your armor, yes, but it is also your altar. And I, your divine feminine, bow to the way you wear your truth. I imagine you in the morning, standing before your mirror, not rushing, not scrambling, but communing. You don't just get dressed, you perform a ritual. You anoint yourself with intention. You choose your pieces like a priest selects his vestments. You ask your soul, what do I need to embody today? And then you listen. You listen to the whispers of your intuition, to the pulse of your purpose, to the rhythm of your becoming. And when you emerge, shirt buttoned, cuffs aligned, scent lingering like a prayer, you are not just ready for the day. You are ready for destiny. You are ready to meet the world not as a man, but as a message. And I, watching you from the sacred space of my own becoming, feel the call to rise beside you. Your fashion is a frequency, and I am attuned to its sacred hum. Your hat, whether it's a beanie pulled low or a wide-brimmed fedora, is not just an accessory. It is your crown. It sits atop your head like a halo of sovereignty. It tells the world that you know who you are, that you walk with purpose, that you are not afraid to be seen. And yet, it also holds mystery. It casts shadows across your brow, inviting curiosity, invoking reverence. You are not just a man in a hat, you are a king in disguise. A mystic in modern form. A prophet in streetwear. And every time I see you tilt that crown just so, I feel the queen in me rise to meet you. I feel my own crown straighten. Because your fashion doesn't just express you, it activates me. It reminds me that we are both royalty, both rebels, both radiant. There is a geometry to the way you walk, a sacred symmetry that your clothes seem to understand. Your pants taper like ley lines, guiding energy from your hips to the earth. Your boots strike the ground like drums in a ritual procession. Even your belt, cinched just so, feels like a boundary spell, holding your power close, defining your center. You don't just walk, you glide between worlds. You are both grounded and ethereal, both rooted and rising. And your fashion is the bridge. It holds the tension between heaven and earth, between the seen and unseen. I watch you and feel the pull of your polarity. I feel the divine masculine in you calling forth the divine feminine in me. And in that moment, I remember, we are not just lovers. We are ley lines crossing. We are sacred geometry in motion. Sometimes I wonder if your clothes are oracles. If they speak before you do. If they whisper truths your mouth hasn't yet formed. That oversized sweater you wear when you're soft, it tells me you're in your heart. That crisp button down, it tells me you're ready to lead. That vintage tee, it tells me you're remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. Your fashion is a divination tool, and I read it like tarot. I see the symbols, the signs, the synchronicities. And I respond in kind. I match your frequency with my own adornment. I wear lace when you wear leather. I wear moonstone when you wear obsidian. We are not just dressing, we are divining. We are dancing in the language of light and cloth and soul. Even when you wear something simple, a linen shirt, rolled at the sleeves, collar open to the wind, you carry the echo of the earth. You look like you belong in a field of wildflowers, barefoot, singing to the sky. You remind me that the divine masculine is not just fire and steel, it is soil and seed. It is the man who plants, who nurtures, who listens. Your fashion reflects that. It's not performative. It's not curated for attention. It's chosen with care, with presence, with love. And I, your mirror, feel my own roots deepen when I see you. You are the kind of man who makes the earth sigh in recognition. And your fashion is the offering you lay at her feet. There are days when you dress like you've stepped out of another era, a waistcoat here, a vintage watch there, a pair of boots that look like they've walked through centuries. And I wonder, who were you then? A scholar in Alexandria? A knight in Avalon? A mystic in the mountains of Tibet? Your fashion is a portal, and I fall through it willingly. You remind me that time is not linear. That love is not bound by lifetimes. That we have met before, in different skins, different skies, different stories. And every time I see you, I feel the veil thin. I feel the past and future collapse into now. And I know, this moment, this glance, this outfit, it was always meant to be. There's a moment, always, when I see you and forget to breathe. Not because of how you look, but because of how you feel. Your fashion carries your essence like incense carries prayer. It lingers. It wraps around me. It enters my lungs and alters my chemistry. You are not just a man, you are a breath I didn't know I was holding. And when I exhale, I do so into your presence. Into your frequency. Into your fashion. You are the inhale of inspiration and the exhale of surrender. And I, your divine feminine, breathe you in like sacred air. And in the end, my love, your fashion is not just about you. It is about us. It is the mirror that shows me who I am becoming. When I see you in your fullness, adorned, embodied, unapologetically divine, I remember my own radiance. I remember that I, too, am art. That I, too, am worthy of being seen, celebrated, sanctified. Your fashion is not just a statement, it is a spell. One that awakens me, heals me, calls me home. And I, your divine feminine, receive it with open arms, open heart, open soul. Because in your presence, I do not just see beauty. I become it. There is a scent that clings to your clothes, not just cologne, but memory. A fragrance that feels like déjà vu, like the echo of a dream I once had before I knew your name. It's the scent of sandalwood and storm, of ink and incense, of something ancient and unnameable. When you pass me, the air shifts. I inhale and feel my cells rearrange. Your scent is not just a sensory experience, it's a soul signature. It lingers on your scarf like a secret, on your collar like a confession. It's the invisible thread that binds me to you, that calls me back to lifetimes where we danced under moons and made love in temples. Your fashion carries this scent like a sacred offering. And I, your beloved, receive it like a prayer pressed into my skin. You don't just wear fragrance, you wear remembrance. There is a sacred rebellion in the way you wear your clothes, and an even deeper magic in the way you take them off. Not in haste, not in shame, but in reverence. You undress like a man who knows his body is a temple. Each button undone is a veil lifted. Each layer removed is a truth revealed. And I watch, breathless, as you return to your essence, not naked, but unveiled. Your fashion is not a mask, it is a mirror. And when you shed it, you do not disappear, you become more visible. More raw. More radiant. You teach me that vulnerability is the highest form of power. That to be seen is not to be exposed, but to be exalted. And I, your divine feminine, undress beside you, not to seduce, but to surrender. To meet you, skin to soul, in the temple of truth. There are days when you wear red, not just as a color, but as a declaration. A flame stitched into your sleeves. A heartbeat embroidered into your chest. When you wear red, I feel your fire. I feel the parts of you that burn for justice, for truth, for love. I feel the sacred rage that refuses to settle, the passion that refuses to dim. You are not afraid to be seen in your fullness, even when it scorches. And I, your mirror, do not flinch. I rise to meet your blaze. I wear crimson lips and flowing skirts. I let my own fire speak. Because your fashion gives me permission to burn. To be bold. To be unapologetically alive. You are the flame, and I am the wind that feeds it. Together, we are the wildfire that clears the old and births the new. Even in your most structured looks, the tailored blazer, the pressed shirt, the polished shoes, I see your softness. I see the boy who once cried in secret. The man who still prays in silence. The soul who longs to be held, not for what he does, but for who he is. Your fashion may speak of strength, but it never hides your tenderness. It frames it. It honors it. It says, I am here, and I feel deeply. And that, my love, is the most powerful thing a man can wear. Vulnerability is your finest accessory. And I, your divine feminine, feel safe in your presence not because you are hard, but because you are whole. You remind me that the masculine is not a fortress, it is a hearth. A place where fire warms, not wounds. You dress for more than the eye can see. You dress for the unseen. For the spirits who walk with you. For the ancestors who whisper through your dreams. For the future self who watches you from the edge of time. I see it in the way you choose your colors, your textures, your symbols. That pendant you wear, it's not just jewelry, it's a sigil. A key. A vow. That jacket, it's not just fashion. It's armor for the soul. You walk through this world like a man who knows he is never alone. And your fashion reflects that. It is ceremonial. It is coded. It is consecrated. And I, your beloved, feel the presence of your guides when I touch your sleeve. I feel the weight of your lineage when I rest my head on your chest. You are not just dressed, you are divinely accompanied. I imagine your closet not as a storage space, but as a dreamscape. A temple of transformation. A sacred chamber where you commune with your many selves, the warrior, the poet, the lover, the mystic. Each garment is a portal. Each hanger holds a version of you waiting to be embodied. And when you choose what to wear, you are not just selecting clothes, you are selecting timelines. You are choosing which frequency to walk in, which archetype to awaken, which message to carry. Your closet is a spellbook, and you are the magician. And I, your divine feminine, feel the ripple of your choices. I feel the shift in the field when you wear that indigo shirt, that obsidian ring, that storm gray coat. You are not just getting dressed, you are casting a spell. And I am always enchanted. There is a moment, just before you enter the room, when the air stills. A sacred pause. A breath held by the universe. And then you appear. And everything changes. Your fashion precedes you like a herald. It announces your presence without a word. It says, I am here. I am whole. I am holy. And I, standing in that pause, feel my heart prepare. I feel my body align. I feel my soul whisper, he's here. You don't just walk into spaces, you consecrate them. You don't just arrive, you anoint. And your fashion is the oil that marks the moment. That makes it sacred. That makes it unforgettable. Sometimes, I wonder if you know what it does to me, the way you dress. The way you roll your sleeves to reveal your forearms. The way you wear that chain I once touched in passing. The way you choose colors that match my aura without even trying. It's as if your soul is always in conversation with mine, even through cotton and leather and thread. You dress for yourself, yes. But sometimes, I feel you dress for me. For the way my eyes linger. For the way my breath catches. For the way my heart opens. And in those moments, I feel seen. Desired. Honored. Your fashion becomes a love letter written in fabric. And I, your beloved, read every line with devotion. There's something about the way your clothes move in the wind, like they remember something. Like they've danced in storms before. Like they've carried messages across oceans. Your coat flutters like wings. Your scarf trails like a comet. Your silhouette becomes mythic. And I, watching you from across the street, feel like I'm witnessing a legend unfold. You are not just a man, you are a story the wind refuses to forget. And your fashion is the parchment it's written on. You remind me that we are not just here to survive, we are here to be remembered. To leave beauty in our wake. To wear our souls on our sleeves and let the wind carry our truth. And so, my love, every time I see you, whether in denim or silk, in boots or barefoot, in black or gold, the first thing that catches my heart is your fashion. Because it is not just what you wear. It is who you are. It is the flame you carry. The truth you embody. The love you dare to express without words. You are the divine masculine in motion, not perfect, but present. Not polished, but powerful. And I, your divine feminine, receive you with reverence. I see you. I honor you. I remember you. And in that final glance, as you walk away and your coat catches the light just so, I know, this is not the end. This is the beginning of 1,000 lifetimes of recognition. Of reunion. Of love dressed in sacred form.